Welcome students, myself N.K. Thukral from Edupedia World. Today we will cover the chapter on business activities. What are business activities? Those activities which are concerned with production or processing of goods and further which facilitates for exchange of goods and services. So two type of activities are involved. Number one is which relates to production or processing of goods, and secondly which facilitates for exchange of goods and services. Under business activities, business means industry plus commerce. Under the business umbrella, industry comes and commerce means exchange of goods and services. Now what is industry? Industry can be referred as economic activities connected with conversion of resources into useful goods. In simple language, we can say that industry refers to economic activities which are connected with conversion of resources into useful goods. And second, what is commerce? Commerce is that part of business which is concerned with exchange of goods and services and includes all those activities which are necessary for sale, transfer or exchange of goods. The term industry is also used to mean group of firms producing similar or related goods. For example, cotton textile industry, which refers to all manufacturing units producing textile goods from cotton. Similarly, electronic industry would include all firms producing electronic goods. Industry aims at ensuring supply of goods in that form which suits the objects, needs and convenience of users. The purpose of industrial activity is to mold the resources with the help of factors of production, that is land, labor, capital in different forms. Further, goods produced by industries may be consumer goods or producers' goods. Consumer goods, those goods which are meant for direct consumption by consumer, for example shoes, clothes, TV, etc. And producer goods are those goods which are used in the production of other goods, for example steel, machinery, factory building, etc. Now students, let's classify industry. We can divide industry into three broad categories. Number one is primary industry, second is secondary industry, third is tertiary industry. Now what is primary industry? Under primary industry, it comes extractive industry and genetic industry. Let us first take what is primary industry. What are industries which are primary? Primary industry includes all those activities which are connected with extraction and production of natural resources and reproduction and development of living organisms. These industries can further be classified into two categories. Number one is extractive industry, number two is genetic industry. Now let us take up what activities are involved under extractive industries. In simple words, you can say extraction of valuable minerals from the earth. Further in detail, we can say it includes all those industries which are engaged in raising products from natural resources like soil, air, water or from beneath the surface of the earth. Again, for example, extracting minerals from earth, fish from rivers, etc. These are the extractive industries, means we are extracting valuable minerals from the earth. Second is genetic industries. Now what are activities involved in under genetic? It includes all those industries which are engaged in breeding plants and animals for their use in further reproduction. A simple example is poultry farming. Poultry farming is raising of chickens, ducks, etc. for forming meat or eggs for food and which are utilized by the consumers. So, in detail we can say genetic industries includes all those industries which are engaged in breeding plants and animals for further reproduction. We can also say that rearing of cattle for milk. Important genetic industries includes poultry farming, cattle breeding, fish hatchery, etc. Now second category is secondary industry. Secondary industry includes all those activities which are connected with using the materials which have already been extracted at the primary stage. Means the material has already been extracted, and under this industry activities which are connected with the using of materials. So these industries process such materials to produce goods for final consumption or for further processing by other industrial units. Let's take an example like sugarcane, which is produced in primary industry, but sugar is produced in the second industry. So number one is sugarcane. Basically is sugarcane, that is a primary, and the production comes out of sugarcane, that is sugar, that is under secondary industry. Now secondary industry further classified into manufacturing industry and construction industry. Now what is manufacturing industries? What are the activities involved under manufacturing industries? It includes all those industries which are engaged in processing of raw materials to produce finished goods. They create form utility by changing the form of raw materials into finished products. For example, cotton textile industry makes use of cotton that is produced by the extractive industry. Now manufacturing industry can be further subdivided into four categories. Number one is analytical, number two is synthetical, number three is processing, and number four is assembly industry. Now let us explain one by one. What are analytical industry? In those industry, the basic raw materials are analyzed and separated into different finished products. For example, crude oil is processed into many finished products such as kerosene, petrol, diesel, etc. So under this industries, the things are processed into many finished products. Second is synthetical industry. In this industry, two or more raw materials are combined together in manufacturing process to make the final product. For example, various chemicals are mixed together to manufacture cement. Third category is processing industry. In this industry, a product passes through various stages to become a final product. For example, sugar industry, paper industry, etc. And last is assembling industry. Example can be taken as automobile industry, TV industry, etc. So under this industry, different components are assembled to create a new product. So these are all covered under manufacturing industries. Now second is construction industry. It includes all those industries which are engaged in the construction activities. For example, industries involved in construction of buildings, dams, bridges, roads, etc. Engineering and architectural skills are important part in construction industries. Now third category is tertiary industry. What is tertiary industry? What is tertiary? Means it is a third category which is supporting. Under this industry, activities supports the primary and secondary industries. In another way, we can say tertiary industry includes all those activities which are concerned with providing support services to primary and secondary industries as well as activities relating to trade. It is also known as service industry. As everybody must be knowing, what is service industry? It provides services facilities like transport, banking, insurance, warehousing, communication, etc. The tire industry tries to remove various hindrances or obstacles which arise during production and distribution of goods and services. Now let me brief you. Types of industries means what we have said earlier: primary industry, secondary industry, third tertiary industry. Under primary industry, two type industries are covered: genetic industry and extractive industry. Second is secondary industry. Under secondary industry are covered manufacturing industry and construction industry. Further, manufacturing industry is subdivided into four categories: analytical industry, synthetical industry, processing industry, and assembling industry. And last, third category is that is supportive industry, means tertiary industry, means banking, insurance, advertising, warehousing, etc., etc. Now students, we have already covered industry and classification of industries, and now let us go ahead. Second, commerce. Now what is commerce? Commerce is a wide term consisting of all those activities which are necessary for sale, transfer or exchange of goods and services. It provides a necessary link between producers and consumers to ensure proper distribution of goods. Commerce basically aims to ensure supply of goods at the right place, in the right quantity and the right time. In this way, commerce ensures free and smooth exchange of removing various hindrances in the way of exchange of goods. Now, of the obstacles, the hindrances may be in respect of persons, place, time, risk, finance or information. So these things are covered under commerce. Now let us go ahead. What are the functions of commerce? What is the role of commerce? Commerce plays a very vital role by removing the following hindrances in the exchange of goods and services. Number one is removal of hindrances of persons. What are the hindrances under this category? These hindrances occurs due to lack of contact and communication between producers and consumers. Commerce removes this hindrance through trade. Trade provides an organized market where the buyers and sellers can contact each other. Second type of hindrance is of place. This hindrance occurs due to geographical separation between producers and consumers. The producer needs to make his goods available to consumers who are scattered in different corners of the country. Commerce removes this problem by means of various types of transports. As you know, transport moves goods from places of production to the markets for sale. Third hindrance is of time. The hindrance occurs due to time gap between production and consumer of goods. Storage and warehousing activities removes the hindrance of time by facilitating holding of stocks of goods to be sold as and when required. Next is hindrance of risk. How it is removed? The hindrance occurs due to risk of loss or damage due to theft, fire, accident, etc. So protection against these risks is provided by insuring the goods. By having the insurance of goods, this hindrance is avoided. Next is hindrance of finance. The hindrance occurs due to requirement of capital to undertake the above activities. Commerce removes this hindrance through banking and financing institutions. What is the role of banking institutions? They provide the requisite capital to carry on various activities. So, this hindrance is also removed by approaching the various financial institutions to cover the financing. Next is hindrances of information. This hindrance occurs due to lack of product awareness on the part of consumers. Advertising makes it possible for producers and traders to inform consumers about the goods and services available in the market. Hence, commerce is said to consist of activities of removing the hindrances of persons, place, time, risk, finance and information in the process of exchange of goods and services. Now, next function of commerce is removal of hindrance of finance. Whilst any kind of business, either initially or during the course of business, requires capital as and when required. So commerce removes this hindrance through banking and financing institutions. They provide the requisite capital to carry on various activities, either right from the starting or during the course of business. Next point is removal of hindrance of information. This hindrance occurs due to lack of product awareness on the part of consumers. So what to do now? How commerce helps? Commerce helps in various ways, like advertising. Advertising makes it possible for producers and traders to inform consumers about the goods and services available in the market. So we have covered functions of commerce, and at the last we can say commerce is said to consist of activities of removing the hindrances of persons, place, time, risk, finance and information in the process of exchange of goods and services. So students, let's wind up for today. Thank you.